What's up, guys? I'm taking the Minnesota Twins minus 108 as they are headed towards being the favorite in this game. There's been movement in the market that's moved Milwaukee down from a favorite. I think the general consensus is that Milwaukee is a pretty good team and the better team here, but with this matchup, I don't think so. Milwaukee is returning from a road trip, although they had yesterday off, but I believe they just swept the Texas Rangers in Texas. They played the Dodgers before that. This was a 3-series road trip, so a long road trip. Two fairly big teams that they played in a row. And now they face Minnesota, who, even though Minnesota's a divisional leader, they're not considered to be that great a team. They're in one of the worst divisions in baseball. And Minnesota is starting a road trip. So you have those counteracting situations there where Milwaukee has to deal with the return home, the distractions that come with returning home from a road trip, whereas Minnesota, even though they did win their last game at home, I believe, a team tends to get focused when they have that first game on the road, even though first they're not traveling that far, Minnesota to Milwaukee. But the pitching matchup also very much favors Minnesota, as Wade Miley is pitching for Milwaukee, and I've never liked this guy. He's a junk pitcher, doesn't overpower guys, can't strike guys out. His numbers look pretty good this year, but I'm not buying it. He's just not a good pitcher. And Bailey Ober from Minnesota really is a good pitcher. Now, Miley actually has good numbers against Minnesota in his career against their hitters, 80-something career at bats, I think, or maybe in the 70s, and career batting average, I think, is below 200, which would kind of lead me to go against him, but I still think that he sucks, so I am going against him. Bailey Ober is just a way better pitcher from Minnesota. He's a guy who can blow guys away. He's been really good, and Milwaukee has somewhat limited experience facing him before. I think only 20-something at bats and a 200 batting average against him. I just think it's a mismatch. Both teams had yesterday off, so that's not that much of a factor. Milwaukee's returning from a road trip. Minnesota's starting a road trip, and Ober is the way better starter in this matchup. So the market seems like it's headed in the direction that I like, as it's moving against where the majority of the tickets and money are. So signals that I tend to look for. Minnesota Twins minus 108.